Hello everyone, Pro here. Welcome to a brand new Let's Play of Fire Emblem 6, The Binding Blade. So before we begin, I want to give a quick shout out to the translation team because they did what Nintendo has failed to do and actually brought this game around the world, so don't ask me why Nintendo doesn't want to make money off of their intellectual property. I don't have a corporate mind and I never will, so I can't possibly understand Nintendo's big brain business strats, right? But the development team has given us essentially what we wanted, right? In that they've translated this game and it's now accessible all around the world for many more people to enjoy. And you know, that's just beautiful because like this is a really fun game to play, right? And just the fact that more people are now able to enjoy it because of the efforts of them, like you guys are solid. You're definitely invited to the carne asada. You are for the culture, and well, thank you sincerely from the bottom of my heart. And yeah, no one told you to go this hard, but I'm so glad you did. So without all that out of the way, let's get into the gameplay. So yeah, like of course we got to start on the hardest difficulty because, you know, like that's just how it goes. You have to do that. So man and dragon once coexisted in harmony. However, man shattered that harmony with a sudden onslaught. A great war now known as the Scouring was fought for dominion of the land. Losses were tremendous for both sides, and in this war the very laws of nature itself were twisted and distorted, bringing chaos and unease. Defeated and humbled, the dragons disappeared from the realm. Mankind then began to rebuild and repopulate their newly won land. A millennium has passed since then. Ooh! After defeating the dragons, the humans of Eleb quickly spread their culture and civilization to the farthest reaches of the continent. In the west lies the kingdom of Etruria, which is widely considered to possess the most refined culture in all of Eleb. Oh yeah, they'd shun me for my reading skills for sure. The kingdom of Bern, with its powerful military and logical pragmatic people, is located on the other side of the continent in the east. These are the two most powerful nations in Eleb, with the weaker nations situated between them. These smaller lands are the Lycian League, whose numerous territories are independently ruled by a number of Marcuses that are bound by a vow of allegiance, which means fuck all in the real world and in this game too. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Ilia, where the people arduously till the frozen soil and many become mercenaries to earn money to survive. That's Ilia for you. Like my favorite land because like they're very hardworking people and stuff. So and Sakai, where various clans ride through the plains on horseback. Not the best description. I would have said like they're like very like free and independent, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. Although there were occasional clashes between these nations, the majority of the people of Eleb lived in peace. That peace, however, was not to last. King Zephiel of Bern has commanded his forces to conquer the entirety of Eleb. Bern's armies first attacked Sakai and Ilia, ruthlessly massacring all who opposed them. Now Bern is mounting a merciless invasion into Lycia. Proe is a territory of Lycia known for its beauty and honorable lords. Proe's Lord Roy was studying in the great territory of Ostia when the invasion began. However, the sitting Marcus and Roy's father, Eliwood, who has been ill, has sent for Roy to return to lead Proe's soldiers in defending against Bern. Marcus Hector of Ostia is Eliwood's longtime friend and confidant and leads the Council of Lords in Lycia. At the time, Eliwood sent for Roy, Marcus Ostia's daughter, Lelina, was in Proe visiting Eliwood. Upon receiving his father's message, Roy hurries home, taking with him his vassals and Bors, a knight from Ostia who is responsible for Lelina's safety. The story begins when Roy reaches the outskirts of Proe. Bors, you suck, man. How are you supposed to protect Lelina from halfway across the country, man? What's wrong with you? Why did you not go with her? But it's okay. We're going to give him a shot at redemption because I'm actually going to use Bors in this playthrough. Never used them because, like, well, I hate armor knights, but you know what? I'll use them on this playthrough. And I'll let you guys read this. I won't, like, do voice acting because, honestly, I'm not good at it. So I'll just let you guys read this on your own real quick. And yeah, if I'm going a little too fast, feel free to pause the video. I'm just kind of I'm reading at my own pace. So, yeah, I'm just trying to get through it as quickly as possible as well. So that way, like, these videos don't go on too long. Like, so. I just, like, not that I mind long videos, but it's just, like, I'd rather give you guys as much content as possible in the least amount of time as possible as well. So. Elliewood in a pitiful state? Pfft, never. I mean, I'll throw my own tidbits in there, like, for, like, interesting dialogue and stuff, but, like, for the most part, it's pretty straightforward, like, here in the beginning, so I'm not... Again, I'll let you guys read, because I'm not, like, reading and hearing me talk, that's, like, nigh impossible, so... You should know, Boris, you're her... You were assigned to, like, protect her, man. You should be by her side. What's wrong with you, man? All right, that's like that's like Walt and Marcus's only lines in the game. That's kind of sad, but whatever. Roy's best friend, you know, like only gets one line. But let me do my settings real quick, and I'll probably make a cut too, just in case, so I don't have to like redo that whole part again. So let me do this and. Okay, so I'm gonna explain as I go, because if not, we're gonna be here all day, right? Like, not that I don't mind. It's not that like I'm impatient and like I don't want to like you know, be here forever. It's more along the lines that I want to give you guys the best possible viewing experience, right? So, because these maps, some of them go on pretty long. So if like I'm just sitting here, like for example, I'm gonna do like unit like breakdowns of like all the characters, and we're gonna be here all day if I take the time to pause. So like, but I'm gonna do like Roy's during the enemy. So that's his bases. So I'm gonna put bases on the left, and then the growth rates on the right. So I'm just gonna talk about Roy real quick. So Roy is perfectly balanced for this game, technically, because like this game is technically balanced. It's just that like, yeah, since Roy is balanced for this game, it's like thanks, I hate it, you know, because this is a pretty like brutal game, honestly, like especially hard mode is pretty brutal. So and unfortunately, Roy's 40% strength and speed growth tend to get him RNG screwed, and like this is what I've noticed as a longtime Fire Emblem player. Like most units that have that 40% growth in anything tend to get screwed, like out of gains over the long run. That's just something I've noticed. It might be a bias, and like obviously if you run the numbers, maybe like it's different. But like, well, yeah, like it's just unfortunate because in actuality, you know, when you actually play the game, like Roy sometimes he's where he needs to be, but sometimes he gets screwed, and like that's the unfortunate part of it. So I normally would harp on like a 50% like skill growth being his one of his highest skills, or being one of his highest growths, but in this game it makes perfect sense. So like Roy is really good as an early boss killer, but unfortunately his utility really falls off because he promotes way too late in this game, and that's not his fault. That's more like development, honestly. If I were to give Roy, like, if you absolutely had to give Roy, like, an in-game promotion, you should have done it during you should have done it after Chapter 16 or 16X. Like, that's just my personal opinion. But realistically, like, you should have probably let him promote whenever he got the chance with, like, a promotion item or something, right? So... but yeah, like that's more of like Roy's like flaws late game, but honestly you have enough units to carry him anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Like Roy's just a nice little helping hand sometimes in the later parts, but like early on he's a really good boss killer, and because I'm not going to be using most of the units I typically like to use, I'll probably use Roy a lot, so I'll probably power level him a lot because this is I plan on doing a Nuzlocke challenge, as my friend likes to put it. Obviously, it's an Iron Man run, right? But it's just funny, like that's how he, you know, it's basically like Pokemon, right? It's like only like I can't catch him again or whatever, or like, yeah, actually, it's basically a Nuzlocke challenge. Like these are basically my Pokemon, and if they die, well, you know, I can't get them back, except for Merlinus, but you know, he's more like, well. You know, I'd rather have that utility for somebody else than Merlinus. So. But, yeah, like, I think, overall, like, yeah, Roy's a pretty solid unit for what he needs to be. Even though he's not, like, extraordinary, he's he's technically what you need of him. So, which is, I know most people don't like. And speaking of what you actually need, like, I'm gonna talk about Marcus now. Like, so, yeah, Marcus is amazing. Just, he's absolutely vital, like, in the early game of hard mode, because, like, his high skill and his high skill and speed and his low might lets him perfectly, like, put enemies into the ranges that you need to kill for, like, your weaker units. And, like, that's amazing utility right there, all day, every day. So, yeah, like, I normally don't like giving kills to Marcus, but in this case, because I kind of, like, want to keep going, and because I can do that, like, I'm just gonna give him this kill so that way I can bait more fighters. And actually, I probably should have put him a little up. Oh, can I do a rescue drop? You know what? And you know what? This is really. I guess I can show off a rescue drop utility too. So, yeah, like this is should be good. Nope. That's so annoying. Like. But whatever. I mean, I was going to show off the villages anyway, because that's part of the game, but I wanted to show a little bit more utility. But yeah, Marcus is a very, very good unit. Like, you should definitely use him. Like, he won't, like, stay great for, like, the long term, because, like, your units, like, will get better than him, but, like, unfortunately, he's not his broken Marcus self, like, in, like he is in the FE7. Well, I wouldn't say unfortunately. Like, it does keep the game a little bit, like, hard, so I guess you know, yeah, it's nice. It's perfectly balanced, as all things should be, right? So I'm gonna put Wolt. I might as well send Wolt to visit this. You know, he ain't doing nothing, so I don't really care for this, like, because it's just telling you how to play the game. Like, if the villages I like are the ones that, like, tell you more about the in story game, right? Because, like, obviously I like learning more about the world of that I'm playing, right? So I wish the villages would, like, give you a little bit more tidbits around the world. So, but yeah, it's okay. Like, I know that I said this map was hard, but it's like you have to kind of take your time with it. Like, I know I'm making it look a little easy, but I like to go, like, fast. But, like, if I go fast, I have to rely on RNG. So speaking of relying on RNG, let's see Roy's first level up. Woo! Okay, he got speed. I can't complain about that. I mean, nah, actually, that's a really good Roy level up by by standards, so might as well heal Marcus, because he's gonna need to take a beating. And yeah, I'm not hoarding anything. I'm using things as soon as I get them, so might as well rescue drop boars into the front line, because yeah, since I said I'm gonna use them, I will definitely bring him up to the front lines. So, speaking of which, I might as well talk about my rescue droppers real quick, Alan and Lance. So I'll do Alan first. Like, I'm gonna go quickly through them, because I feel like they're somewhat interchangeable. Like, not really. Like, I shouldn't say it like that. But what I mean is that their bases definitely set them apart, like, early game. But I feel like their growth rates kind of, like, put them around the same lane. Well, thanks for taking that kill, Marcus. It puts him around the same lane, like, later down the game. And if I'm being honest, I feel like Lance typically becomes better because of his 50% speed growth. Because, like, Alan, you would think that, like, he's the more power, like, of the cabin. I guess he's technically, like, the more tanky, even though, like, he only has 5% more for, like, power or strength and defense. But yeah, like, Alan is a very, like, solid unit, and typically you should be using both. Like, there's no reason, like, this isn't like Pokemon. I know I just said it was, like, but, like, this isn't Pokemon in the sense that, like, oh, having more than the same type is a bad thing. Like, no, like, Cavaliers are, like, some of the best classes in the game, or I would say the best class in the game, probably, because they have they get access to all three, the whole weapon triangle essentially, and then yeah, they have great mobility, and, like, their weaknesses of, like whatever, like the halberd and, like, the halberd and, like, I think the longsword in this game. I don't know if there's a longsword in this game or not, but yeah, like, those, like, are very, like, negligible at best, you know, because, like, they're so rare. And let me see if I can get a kill to boars. Oh my god, this is, like, okay, I tried, you know, I tried to give you a kill, boars, you know. You got to get in there somehow. But yeah, like, this is why I mean, I got to get into him, but I'm sorry, I'm not. Yeah, like, I'm pretty much finished my point on Alan. So yeah, Alan is kind of a bit I think personally I like Lance better, so let me talk about Lance. Again, he has this 50% speed growth, and like I think that kind of sets him apart just a little bit more. Sometimes, again, because he's in that infamous 40% growth tier for strength, like he tends to get RNG screwed. So I can definitely see the argument like of people liking to use Alan more, but personally I think Lance is the better unit. But again, they're you can use them both, so it's like there's no downside. I guess the only no, please don't double him, no. Oh no, no, oh, okay. I was gonna say like I'm not even gonna re-roll like this first map. Like I'm like if Boris dies, because like I was like I'll use Boris, but like not really. Oh god, thank you, Binding Blade RNG. But yeah, like I said, like the only downfall, unfortunately, to using both Cavaliers is that because of the way promotion items work in this game, and like because of how rare the Knight's Crest is, like early on, like you'll typically like you'll promote one of them while the other one is kind of sitting in limbo for a little bit, which sucks because you know, ideally you want to keep them around the same level to have a bit of the same viability, but that's not always possible. So I don't think Boris like well, I should be showing off Boris' stats, but yeah, okay, yeah, he can take on that bow, no problem. So but yeah, like might as well get into Wolt, because I'm not gonna be using him. Not that like I'm not gonna be using archers. So Wolt unfortunately is very bad because of his bases, not because of his class, because like if you really think about it, having accurate and powerful 2 range, especially with how many wyverns there are in this game, like because your bows are triple effective against them, like archers are really like what they should be. Like technically the archers are balanced, but like if you look at like the enemy archers and you look at your archers, like there's a very big disparity between the two. So, and again, that's not necessarily like Wolt's fault. That's more like on the developers. So because Wolt can become a monster. He has some pretty good growth rates himself, you know. I mean, again, he tends to get screwed because of how growth rates kind of work over the long term, right? So it's like, unfortunately, like if you could guarantee his 40% growth, like he would be a very solid unit. Like he'd be one of those like grower units for sure. But unfortunately, because he gets RNG screwed, like it just he tends to like sometimes. Look at that HP. Oh my god. See, like that's what I'm saying. Like that could potentially be a Wolt level up right there, and it's like he doesn't get any better. So that's very unfortunate. Like in this game, when your units aren't getting better, and like they're like sometimes you have to dump units because they get RNG screwed, and like it really sucks because like putting in a lot of effort into your archers, like they're you know, like it's very hard to level them up because they can't really counterattack like during enemy phase, because if they can only hit from 2 range unless you put them perfectly in the range of other units. But yeah, oh my god, this guy rolled some really high stats. I guess like really solid defense. But yeah, that's enough about Wolt. I'll definitely use the other archers. Like I've used Wolt before. He turns out pretty good. Like if he doesn't get RNG screwed. Like oh my god, only 20 sword uses left. Marcus, you've been putting in work. But yeah, like I would say like yeah, Wolt's can be no, I'm sorry, Wolt gets 2 RNG screwed in the long term, I would say. But you can definitely use other units. I would say like the pre-promoted like snipers in this game are pretty good. So again, it's not the class's fault, it's more like the design. And unfortunately, that can't be said for Boris, in that his class is very terrible. Like so, like I know he like that defense looks very impressive, right? And it is, it very much is. But unfortunately, armor knights are very slow in this. Not just in speed. Like I mean, honestly, it's in movement. Like they only have 4 movement. That's so bad. Like no other unit has like that. And like because like they have massive defense, they're like that you have to nerf them like that, even though there's like armor slayers in this game that really like screw them over. Like it's just dumb. Very oh my god, I can't. Jesus Christ, I gotta chip this guy with like Wolt or something. But yeah, like unfortunately, oh my god, this is Binding Blade for you right here. typical peak Binding Blade experience. See, and this is what I'm talking about. Like, Roy should have more strength, but like, honestly, I might as well give the kill to Lance. Oh my god, if I had one, like, oh my god, this is so bad. Oh my god, like, they could potentially die. This guy got really good stats, unfortunately, like, on the roll. My god, nothing is, like, reliable. Like, I might actually have Marcus get the kill here because I'm too afraid to, like, put anybody in his range. Or I can risk the... No, it doesn't matter. Roy can't get this kill anyway. So, but yeah, like, back to Boars. I'm sorry. Back to Boars. He's very interesting. Like, I really looked over. Like, I like his base defense, and I think his. I know I said like anything under 40 is like very like sus on the growth department, but honestly, I would have Boars. Boars' 40% speed will, along with his high defense, will kind of make him a really good tank by like kind of. It prevents him from getting doubled as often, and he can take good hits. So like that's my whole like argument for using Boars right now. And realistically, like, Armor Knights are not a great class, but I figured, you know what, might as well do it. You know, make this a little bit more interesting too. And like I said, I'm playing Iron Man, so like he might die anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And yeah, that's my thoughts on the units. Let me know how you like this. You know, like I said, I'm trying to keep everything within flow and like keep it going with a lot of dead time. So, but yeah, like we're at the end right here. Let me just let y'all read this. Well, we'll definitely get experienced trial by fire, unfortunately. God, I wish we got Lilina here. That'd be great, but unfortunately, Hollywood does unfortunately make a good point here in that people need their symbols, so if like Lilina isn't there, like the people will like lose faith and stuff, and which really sucks. Like that's just human nature, unfortunately. People like to have hope, and like they can't be like, oh, you know what? No, I trust Hector. Like, you know, he's gonna hard carry like us through all. Like, we don't need symbols. We have faith in our Marcus. We know he has to like put in work, so that's unfortunate. And this is normally the part where Lilina tells Boars to like stay on the bench, but because we're gonna use them, like, well, she has to be like, oh yeah, go help Roy out. So yeah, so yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy what I do, and yeah, like please give me your feedback. I greatly, very much appreciate it. So yeah, have yourselves a great day. Take care, and yeah, I'll see you in the next part.